Hello everybody, welcome to a new video of James Speed Shop. So back at the S124 V8 Turbo project. So today going to be discussing and showing you how to build up the subframe. Or the first thing is about the bearings, all the bushings, all the stuff. So it will be more about the rear suspension setup. So I'll show you how to put the bearings in and all that kind of stuff and build up the brake system, also the handbrake system. After that I will build up the full subframe because I have a different system than that I'm using different rods. It's like this, it's like a tie rod system. This is the same kind of system I used in the 190 V12, but this is a different centerpiece. I'm going to show you that in a different video, or in this, I think in a video after this, because I think otherwise the video will be too long to discuss all these parts. So all the parts that I'm going to use to refurbish all the stuff, like bearings and joints and that sort of stuff, it's been sponsored by Auto Parts Online. It's a Dutch company that delivers all the chassis components that will wear out in a normal car. So it's for all the brands you can think of. There's a link below the video. You can find a link to their website. I will show the unpacking of the parts, all the stuff that's in it. For some parts I'm not going to Mercedes because Mercedes is also shopping to the same kind of brands that they are also selling it. And most of the time it's just much cheaper, and I'm not going to buy a Brembo disc for twice the price that I can also buy the same Brembo disc at a different company like Auto Parts Online. I'm using this company already for years, so I got a very good experience with them. That's also why I'm doing some cooperation with them. So they're sponsoring this video. So I'm going to show you what they sent me and what I'm going to use. So let's have a look. autopartsonline.nl. Have a look on the website. There's a link below the video for you. You can have a look, or you can look on my website, jamesspeedshop.com. That's over here. Have a look. So everything unpacked, a lot of parts. I'm just waiting for one front brake caliper. In this video I will show you the build-up of the rear, partly because I'm only going to build up these, the rear hubs with the brakes and everything, and in another video I will build up the complete subframe, otherwise the videos will be too long. In my last project the videos were all about 30 minutes, I think that's too long. A lot of people like to watch that kind of long story, so I'm thinking to be at max maybe 50 minutes. I don't know if I'm going to get there, but I'm first going to tell you something about the brakes, because I think people will go to ask this in the video because they saw the big brake setup. So I'm beginning in the first, so the front 345 millimeters, so 335 millimeter brakes. This is the brakes are from a C32 AMG or the SLK 32 AMG. It's a C55 has these brakes. CLK 500 have these brakes. So it's a standard brake from Mercedes. This is a Brembo disc. I think this is 28 millimeters thick. Yeah, 28 millimeters. Also using the caliper. So these calipers are rebuilt calipers, not new. It's a rebuilt caliper. You can buy them rebuilt. So CLK 500s. There needs to be some modifications to get it fit. A lot of people know that. It's not from me. I don't invented it. I got a very good tip from a guy on the internet, on a forum on Facebook. He told me how to do this. You need to change some things on the brakes. Very thanks to him. I think he knows who he is. If you watch this video, thank you very much. So internet is very helpful. So if you got any questions, I'm also willing to help you. If you got any questions about this, because I also like help from other people. So Brembo brake caliper needs to have some modifications. I show you what to do. It's not. I think it's a straight bolt-on, but I have to look in it. But that's another video. So I will show you in another video. So CLK 500 or C32 AMG brake setup. Very nice, big brakes, ventilated. It's a Brembo setup. Auto Parts Online will sell, I think it's Sport Max. That's a different brand. They sell it above this as a sport setup. You can also buy that. I didn't do that because my car will mostly be for street use, so I will not do, it's not a track car, so I think it's not necessary. These are massive brakes, I think. So that's the front. So for the rear, I'm using, also, this will also be in the video, I'm using W210, S210. This is an S210 rear hub on the W124. It needs some modification. I will tell you that. What I did to make it fit, that will be in the next video, because then I'm going to install everything on the subframe. So I also have the biggest factory brakes. Normally this E55 AMG caliper. I think this is the same caliper that is also on the W140 500 and 600s in the rear. I think I'm right, because it's also on the box. S, E and CL series. So it's CL and S, that's the W140. So these calipers from the E55 W210 models have also these calipers, and that's a 300 millimeter disc. Have a look. Yeah. 300 millimeter disc, ventilated. It's 300 millimeters. So that's in the rear. That's it. All from Brembo. Also the blocks are from Brembo for the front, and the ones for the rear. Also the mounting kit. We also got new shoes in the back. We're going to show you how to install that. So I'm going to sort out what is for the front and for the rear, and the next will be up to how it looks like when it's installed. I'm maybe going to try to put some shots for how to press in the bearings and stuff, because it's happened to me again in the past. These you need to have installed in the rear, because the springs are attached in here from the brake shoes. I have it already in the past that I installed the wrong plate for the left side on the right side. Then you need to have a new bearing, all that kind of stuff. So you have to watch twice to have it. Look, if you put this one on, it can, then your brake caliper will not fit. So I have to look 2 times to be sure, otherwise you press a bearing in it. Bearings are, I think, 30 euros a piece, double bearings. So I'm going to show you that after this. So let's start. So as you can see, this is the complete assembled one. Disc brakes, the handbrake system is in there. You can see the bearing flange pushed in completely, and the cable is an old one. I need to get a rust off this piece, but I do that later on. 2 bolts not tightened yet because I cannot hold it and tighten it. These bolts are M12, need to be tightened to 123 Newton meters. I will do that when they are on a subframe complete. So what we're going to start with, first I'm going to push in this bearing, because it's now there is now nothing on this piece yet. So this is like how it looks like. It's a flexible, not very easy to move when it's not mounted, but it needs to be pressed in here from this side. I have a special little tool for it. I don't know how it's from factory, I just don't know. This is a bushing that I can put over it, because you want to press on the edge and not on the centerpiece, because then you just break it. So I shift this one over and then push it in here. The bearing, I always push you can push the centerpiece down, or otherwise other way around. First you push the bearing in. I always use an old bearing. That's that the centerpiece is out. You can put this on the sides, because you first have to press the complete thing in the housing, otherwise you will break the center. After that you need to push this piece in here, then you need a ring for the underside. That's another old one. I just put it underneath here and then push the centerpiece in. That's how I'm going to do it. And don't forget in between to put this plate on, otherwise we have a problem. You cannot get it over the flange. So I will move the camera to the height of the press and have a look if I can film that a little bit, how that works. Okay, we got a bearing in. Now we need to place a snap ring in there. Have a look. This one will be in here. Mine is a little bit, ply is maybe a little bit too small. I need a bigger one, but I don't have it. That's it. Now in. So it's now secured. Now we're going to put top plate on it. that's it. That's it complete. So these you need to tighten at 123 Newton meters, M12 miles, 10.9 bolts. So they need to be tightened when they are on the subframe complete. So this is it. Completely new wheel bearing in it, new bushing on the lower control arm, new caliper, new blocks, everything new. Looks so nice. So before they go on the car, I need to clean the caliper, it again, of course. Also, what you also can see now is if it's centered. So if the bearing and the hub is completely in the right angle, so that's perfect on this one. So that's it. So everything is installed. So if you got any questions about this installation, put some comments below the video and I will try to answer them. Also have a look on my website jamesspeedshop.com. And don't forget to subscribe to my page. In the right corner for you is my logo. Click on it. You get to go to my main page. Also down below the video is the link to Auto Parts Online. They sponsored this video. Have a look on their website. And see you for the next one. Bye bye.